It is a part of quality assurance which ensures that the products are consistently manufactured and controlled to the quality standards appropriate to their intended use. So this is actually a part of quality assurance. This is a broader term is a quality assurance in that it is coming at as a one part. And in this particular one, we are going to have a one part as a quality control. So this one we will be using. What is that? Which is ensures the product are consistently manufactured. What consistently means? Every time. Not today, tomorrow failing, day after tomorrow passing, and another day it is failing. Not like that. Consistently manufactured and control is not made under the GMP. You cannot sell because I already told you that it will be considered as your product is adulterated. Nobody is allowing to sell your adulterated product. What the adulterated product which is saying in as per your pharmaceutical jurisprudence you have learned in the B pharmacy course, it is containing some content or excipient or any API or any ingredient which is not reported in the label. In the adulterated, the person who is doing adulteration mixes to get some benefit of a cost effectiveness or time, something he is going to get a more profits, he mixes it. It is not mentioned in the label. So this is actually adulterated. How this GMP, if it is not followed, how it is made as adulterated? Because GMP cannot be tested 100% in any product. You need to ensure that that will be present as per your quality norms. That is the reason it is a burden of the manufacturer to look into all the aspects, not to allow any unforeseen or unclaimed or the component which are present not in the label should be absent in our product. Either it is a contamination, or it may be a dust, or it may be a degradation product, or it may be a cross contamination. Anything which we are not labeling, which you are not claiming as mine in the label. So we are going to avoid that. This is a fundamental principle of good manufacturing practice. We are going to keep everything, whatever which is present in the label. We should not keep such things which is not mentioned in the labels. This is actually the first part of this good manufacturing practice. It means that it is having an idea to control, otherwise it is not possible to get the quality. So the basic tenet of GMP is that the quality cannot be tested into the batch of the product. If you are testing it, not possible, because you know that even a small quantity of the cyanide can kill the person. So that cyanide which is able to kill the person, which cannot be detected with your regular HPLC and whatever you are doing a quality assurance techniques and quality control techniques. It does not mean that it is not going to affect. It will affect the person's life. Because of that reason, it is your responsibility not to add any such quantities because it is not labeled. You never said I am going to add a 0.1% of cyanide in my product. It is entered knowingly or unknowingly means you are responsible for it because the usage of the product killing some of the persons, some of the patients. So this is actually, we cannot test all thousands of toxic chemicals which are present in this world, whether they are present in the tablet or syrup or anything, we cannot test it. But must be built into each batch of the product, that quality built into each product at all stages of the manufacturing process. It is designed to minimize the risk involved in any pharmaceutical production that cannot be eliminated through the testing the final product. So it is designed to minimize. We are minimizing it. I am not saying that I am making it 100%, because if I want to avoid all the impurities, even the limit of 0.1% is also not possible to be allowed, then I cannot make the product. I can do is only minimizing it, because when I'm doing a little bit of dust is present, little bit of microorganisms or colony forming units are present, but there is a limit. Beyond that I should not use. I need to restrict or minimize below that limit which is mentioned as per CGMP. That CGMP is keep on changing. So GMP and CGMP both are two words. A GMP is the one age-old phenomena which is keep on working like a flow. The CGMP is the place where you are picking up on that particular time zone. You need to follow those norms which are existing at that particular point of time. Okay, of the product which we are not labeling because it is not expected and causing the damage to the health and even death. That's what I have given the example of a even smaller quantity may cause the death. The smaller quantity may be present in the case of degradation product, or it may be an impurity, or it may be added unknowingly, or it may be generated and added knowingly. And we don't are too much active ingredient resulting in ineffective treatment or adverse effects. Insufficient or too much active ingredient. Insufficient ingredient means you are claiming that I am going to put 325 mg of paracetamol, but it is having only 250. Or it is too much active ingredient. You are adding 325 and it is having maybe 400 or 500. So these two cases is not required. In what way you are not getting relief of a fever, another way you are maybe getting a kidney damage. So both are not required. It may be causing a liver damage. In those cases, unintentionally added, a poor quality medicine may contain the toxic substances that have been unintentionally added. So you are not intended to add it. So there are certain substances that have been unintentionally added because of the some degradation between or something leachable from the package, something which is entering into the plant machinery surface, such thing which you are going to have. A medicine that contains little or none of the claimed ingredient that will have the intended to the therapeutic effect. A medicine that contains little or none of the claimed ingredient. So that will not have the intended therapeutic purpose. So we are introducing that. So that is actually we need to avoid. This one is the thing which we need to understand. Why you want to do it? It will boost the exports. Everybody will purchase our product, and government seeking to promote their countries to export the pharmaceutical by making this GMP mandatory, whether it is WHO guidelines or ISO, or it may be a CDSCO, or it may be a US FDA. On a cell phone, it is having a flip, which you have got a touch screen, which we have got a pad on the QWERTY keypad onto your mobile. So these are all the designs. Construction, whether it is made with SS or it is aluminum, these are all the things. So design and construction the facilities and equipment properly, and not only equipment, facilities. What are the facilities? The facility which is supplying the hot water, vacuum, oxygen, clean air, hot air, wash water, garden water, water for injection. It may be a canteen, it may be a security, it may be a first aid, it may be a your even bathrooms and your pantry, everything. These are all the facilities, your roads and transport, everything construct with design, proper material and with proper design. The second thing is write step-by-step operating procedure and work on instructions. So you have designed the equipment and certain procedures and instruction what is there, then only it has got its weightage. You have followed it. Whether you are following it or not, how will you know? How will you tell that? You document it. So it means you are doing whatever which is written and writing whatever you have done. I repeat. In the second step, you are writing whatever you want to do in the second step. In the fourth step, what you are doing? You are writing whatever you have done. Document your work. In this particular one, the third one will automatically come. You follow it. Sir, I will write and document it. I don't follow. Then it is worthless. If you don't follow, that quality will be failed. You cannot sell your product. Because simply writing, and this is what I am telling you, mere getting and writing exam, it is also okay. But if you don't understand and repeat it in the interviews or anywhere, it will not be having. My worry is if you are not able to get this important topic in the at this level, it will be very much problem. The fifth one is validation of your work. Simply writing is also not sufficient. You need to tell that it is working 3 times without any problem consecutively, and you are make it is validated. And all the things, if you see it, all you have to the equipment and monitor it, whether it is working or not, whether it is having a clicky sound, whether it is having any odd smell, whether it is giving a short circuit. Otherwise, what will happen? Your costly of equipment with crores of money, it will go waste. So this is actually what you are having a maintenance. And the seventh point is you have done everything. Is it okay? But you have to be trained. Design, develop, demonstrate the job components. You need to be trained. That's what you have got 10 minutes back. You got already trained in the B form. That is the reason you are able to write something in the chat box and able to tell, unmute yourself and tell. You got trained. A mere getting a degree is not sufficient. You need to get trained to have this particular one assimilated and retain in the brain, and you need to reproduce it. That is the reason whenever you get the job, you will not be put directly in the production systems. You will be asked to enter into a training zone, and you will be given all the trainings. You will be asked to write the test. There is a minimum pass criteria. After passing that marks only, you are going to enter into the production systems. This is actually a mandatory phenomena. Nowadays, training is mandatory and it is a continuous process. One is you cannot skip. You cannot, today I got training means my lifetime I am over. No, it is not like that. It is a continuous phenomena. This is a part of GMP. You cannot skip it. The eighth part is contamination and cleaning validation. Protect against the contamination and the cleaning validation. And ninth is control of components and product related process, that is QC. You are testing it, you have done it and you are testing it as per your pharmacopoeia monograph. You are testing it. You are testing and control the component as per your customer requirement. Reduce the pollution because zero discharge. It is going to protect our environment. We have got another systems called as EHS, environment, health and safety. This also we need to follow. And adaptation of the environmental friendly methods. What is environmentally friendly methods? We should not use the organic solvent. We need to use a safe solvents, and it should not have the greenhouse effect, and it should not have the ozone layer depletion like CFC component. We should not use. These are all the things which are coming under the adaptation of environment. CGMP says that you need to use the CFC, and environment says that you don't use it because it will replace the ozone layer. You need to take a permission. You need to follow both. Beyond GMP also you are doing it, because without using CFC, your product will not be formed. This is contradictory to your ozone layer depletion if you are leaving CFC in the environment. Here you need to take and you need to convince the inspectors that I am using very, very less quantities, sir. It is also I have got this much benefits. So cost benefit analysis and the hazardous analysis, I am doing it and it is not going to have an impact on the environment much. So you permit me to use it. Then they will allow. Consideration for the better and healthier life tomorrow, health. You should not have the fumes in your continuously because it will reduce your span. Ball mill, you are working continuously, it will make your ear spoiled. Healthy life, you need to make this. This is a part we need to do it. And the last is the ethics. Without ethic, nothing will be life. It is equivalent to death. It is only the thing which is present distinction between the human and animal. Animal will not have any ethics. Their ethics are completely different. Our ethics are completely different. So we need to follow it. So these are all the beyond GMP we need to follow. I am not restricting this to list, but it is getting so many. Then you may get the question that the cost is very costly. This GMP is very costly because if you product all products which are making without GMP, it will be 100 rupees. With GMP, it will be 1000. 900 rupees is cost of GMP. So can I bear it? Yes, obviously you can bear it. The reason is you will not be doing it. You are going to have a expense of health, expenses of your resources, expenses of your factory closure. Say whatever I mentioned in the previously, the unit 4 of so and so company has closed in so and so place. The closure of company, it is having a thousands of crores damaged, but the cost of GMP may be hundreds of crores. They might have installed it. To avoid hundreds of crores, they have lost thousands of crores. And even 1 crore is very great for us to see it. Imagine that it is a number game. So how much you are spending, it should be a investment. It will give a return. It is not an expenditure. So CGMP, whatever you are doing is an investment. It is a cost effective, making your cost effective. So in fact, cost benefits, the positive benefits of the CGMP which are present, because of that your survival is present. Otherwise, the process will be killed, killing the business. Reduction in the work in progress. So you will not be having any losses. Avoidance of the quality failures. A good layout, it will make the smooth flow. These are all the things which you know it. How do they make an important document? Because this is only the evidence I am creating that in GMP I am doing it. So this is very, very important documentation in our pharma. In GMP is policies. I need to write whatever I want to do it, whether I appoint wife and husband in my job, I want to give only one person in a family. That is my policy. I need to write it in advance because I have got certain ethics in my company. It is governed by me. So that I need to write it. SOPs. How to prepare a direct compression. I need to prepare wet granulation, how to operate a steam engine, and these are all the things SOPs. Specifications, master formula records, batch formula records, batch manufacturing records, manuals, master plans, that is validation master plan, validation protocols, forms and formats, and all are compiled in one record and filed as a dossier. These are all supplied for regulatory authorities to give an inspection passed. So these are all the things which we need to maintain. So in order to maintain the document, what you need to have, it need to be accurate. Accurate means up to the mark. It will not be containing too much of data and not required. It is containing less data. What is required? It should be clear. And most of the times, it will be given as a format typewritten in your company. But when you are entering manually, you need to be clear. Otherwise, it is automatically entering into the automatic systems. There is no problem. And complete and consistent with your requirement of what the purpose is. Indelible. What is indelible means you cannot erase it. You should never write any document in CGMP with pencil. You need to write indelible. Legible. It will be clearly visible. Otherwise, you are writing with a light shadow and it will be making it. Sometimes thermal paper, it will be fading away. It is not legible after a particular period of time. It is timely. You should write now only. Why I asked you to write in to do, you have to write in GMP. It is directly entered there only, not by somebody else. Authentic. What is authentic? Whatever you have done, you are signing below it. Whether it is a digital signature, whether it is electronic signature, and after that, is it going okay? After you are signing it, no, you need to get authorized by your in charge or section that will be taken by the quality assurance people. They are checking it. Somebody is correcting it if mistakes are there. This is a part of audit, and it is a part of regular life. All right. And where I need to get the information, you got www.ich.org, WHO, World Health Organization, International Conference on Harmonization, FDA.gov, EMEA, this is for you. So every site, it will give you idea that what you need to have. How these are all different from the different companies and countries. Some minimum are same. Whatever I have told you 10, that will be there. It is every company, the well-trained personnel, SOPs, and maintenance of equipment and cleaning, and quality audits, quality control. These are all the same in every GMP. Don't get bothered about I'm selling my product in America and Europe or Japan or in India. So is there any difference? These are common. But only the thing is some local regulatory authority requirements may be there that you need to follow. Because you may be having certain European countries, they will not allow animal cysteine. You need to use only plant cysteine. This is a specific requirement. They made that in that particular country. We need to follow that. That is specific. But these SOP